Hello, I'd like to welcome you to our presentation here from the Maths department. This is who we all are. So throughout the year, your son or daughter would have been taught by one of us fabulous 5 mathematicians. And together we would have supported and given your child a wonderful experience inside and outside the classroom. So outside the classroom, our aim is to promote maths by doing Mr. Pointer's weekly puzzles, or we would have been doing Ken daily challenges out in the Maths Hub area. We do loads of celebrations throughout the year. So we'd like to do Flag Day, or we would have done Pi Day. And every Thursday, we would have done a Fun Maths Thursday competition. We do math treasures, bingo, interclass competitions. We did mathematical debates and manga high. We also like to promote our student of the month to encourage students to go above and beyond outside the classroom. This is what our distant learning is like today. Okay, so obviously being Ramadan is slightly changed. It's decreased by 10 minutes, but we would have 7 45 minutes lessons for year 7 to year 10. Year 11 have 8 45-minute lessons, and year 12 have 12 45-minute lessons over the 2 weeks. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you the resources that we have for your Key Stage 3, 4, and 5. What I've done is our resources that each of the students would be going through. On a weekly basis, we would go between each of them. All our students have been provided with a flipped learning booklet. This is for those students to go away and to be prepared for the upcoming lessons. Each topic has QR codes, videos, and students must write down their own personalised notes to help so that they can refer back to it. Now, My Maths, Collins Connects, and Maths Watch, these are the 3 online resources that we use for classwork practice, for quiz or assessment. Okay, so each student has been given passwords, which can also be found in the files on Teams if they wish to refer back to it. Okay, so each lesson they would be completing a task on either one of these 3. Sometimes it could be on more than one to help support the students' learning. Now, Manga High is where we like to do our class competitions. We can really stretch and challenge those students with fun maths games and learning. For Key Stage 4, we start in Year 9. So Year 9, 10 and 11, students again have been given flipped learning booklets. We would also use My Maths and Maths Watch and Manga High, but now we would use Pearson's Active Learn. That's the book that we use for the Key Stage 4, okay, for the IGCSE. I've just put the grade boundaries up here in the top right-hand corner so you can refer back to it when it comes to your son or daughter, just so we can tell you where they're at, okay? But students are very familiar with these graded questions that we've been going through. And for Key Stage 5, depending on obviously the options that the students were doing, so Year 12 would be doing Pure 1 and Pure 2, and Year 13, 3 and 4. And with their additional modules here, all students have books to help them, and also they have online activities on Pearson's also. The teachers of both these classes will also be setting them exam question booklets or sending them via Teams. Now, what you can do at home to further support your child is, as I say, we frequently use these websites. Students are confident using them, okay? What I've done is I've just taken the next few slides to run through what that would look like and how you can best support your son or daughter at home. So, even though we are obviously continuing on with the scheme of work, we still suggest that students, after they've done their end of chapter assessment, that they can go any areas that they're weakest at or need further support, that they should be going back and practicing this themselves. Okay, so we suggest approximately 20 minutes every day, or depending on the workload of your son or daughter. Now, how we communicate with you to parents is we put all the information on each end of chapter assessment on Go for Schools. These are clearly labelled in the maths area of telling you. So we've created a distance learning tab as well, so you can see how they're doing on each of the topics while in lessons, and then how they bring that all together in answering exam questions. Okay, so if you want, refer to that so that you can put together or use that analysis to help them practice here further. Now, the next few slides I can show you of how you can bridge those gaps at home. Okay, so if you wanted to use Maths Watch, this is what it looks like when your son or daughter logs on to Maths Watch. Their assignments would be up here, and they can use some videos. So they can just click on the right-hand side here, the areas that they feel that they need to improve on. There's extra worksheets that are there as well. The next slide I want to show you, which is very good as well, is something called My Maths. Okay, now, My Maths is like a massive library of so many resources going from Key Stage 3 all the way up to A level. Okay, so all I've done is if anyone wants to do further revision to stretch and challenge them, they can just pick any single topic that they have learned and potentially will learn in the future on this website. Okay, now every single student has access to this website and we use it quite regularly. Okay, so as you can see, it's broken down into different topic lists here, and you just have to click on any of them, and it's literally so many areas. Now, the lesson is where students can have a PowerPoint that they can show you step by step on how to answer those topics, and then they can practice some online tasks as well. So that will look like so. So let's say you want to go to the GCSE Booster Pack course, grade 3 and 4. Let's say you choose calculations, you want to start at the beginning, and there's some worksheets. Okay, so there's loads of booster packs there for you. This is what it would look like if a student was to practice a task. They would log in. So for this practice task, I've just chosen some number work here. You would have 4 different types of question sheets. They progressively get harder. The student can mark it, and then as you can see here on the bottom, it gives you an analysis of what the student has done. So I know, looking at this, that maybe this student needs to work on their exam prep, which was in let's say a worded problem question. But what they can do is they can go in and repeat this task over and over again. Now, this is just obviously a demonstration of an easy calculations question, but this gets obviously has the right resources for any students that are thinking of going on to A-level maths, that they have all the resources there to help prepare for them. Okay, now I just want to show you a couple of other things. Here, these are other resources. Okay, these are all completely free as well that students can log on to if they want extra resources. If they don't like the resources that we use there, or if the video isn't up to their taste and they'd like to look at something else, these are all other resources, all completely free, that the students can use as well to help with their learning. Okay, now if there is anything that I haven't covered here today, please, you can refer to the Maths Handbook that is on the WEC website. Okay, so if you want, it's a document that's been there for quite some time, I think, and I update it each year. But this has got all the questions. I'm sure if you have any underlying questions, can probably be answered within the WEC Handbook. Okay, I want to thank you all for listening to me today, and I hope this helps you with your child's journey through the maths syllabus that we have here at WEC. Okay, thank you.